Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Now if you want a cool place to ride and you're in Utah, this is the Timpanogos Loop, about a 15-mile stretch that goes from the American Fork Canyon, comes out the Provo Canyon, and it goes around Timpanogos, which is one of the most beautiful mountains I've ever seen. Anyway, I've got the SF20 from Vtuvia. This is a brightly colored foldable step-through bike for $1,379. That is one of the more affordable bikes in this price range of bikes that I've reviewed. Most of them are around $1,600 to $1,700. The nice thing about this is that it has the stats to compete with those higher priced bikes. So stick around, I'll get to it first with a speed test. The SF20 has a 750 watt motor in that rear wheel, and that's powered by a 48 volt, 13 amp hour lithium battery that can be removed. You do have to remove the saddle before you can take out the battery, but it does have an on-off switch, a dust cover for the charge port, a battery level readout. It takes 5 to 6 hours for a recharge with the 2.0 smart charger. So let me show you how fast this can go, starting with level 1. On the 7th gear on speed mode 1, 9 miles per hour. Casually pedaling on speed mode 2, 11. 3 is 14, 4 is 20, and 5 is 21. The SF20 has a range rating of up to 48 miles. For this first range test, I've got flat terrain, not a lot of stop and go, just very easy riding at 20 miles per hour. Let's see how far I can go. Like before, let me tell you a little bit about the bike as I'm on the range test. The SF20 comes in 4 colors. It comes with 2 fenders. Rear one is already pre-installed. I didn't install the front one, but you do have that option. Of course, this is a foldable bike. The handlebars fold down, the pedals fold up or down, and the frame folds in the middle. It does come with the rear rack. There's hookups for a front rack, and then you can also buy baskets for the front or rear, a mirror, a carrying bag, and a lock. As far as balance goes, I can take my hands off the handlebars fairly easy, actually. It's very well balanced. There's not a lot of weight in the front of these bikes, and so the steering is just very loose. So definitely not my favorite style of bike for handling, but for sightseeing and just taking it easy, these are my favorite bikes. Now the noise is pretty horrendous. One of the louder motors I've experienced. I like the way it feels and rides. The solidness of it makes it feel more expensive. I've lost my first battery bar and I've hit 9.07 miles. All right, halfway through the battery and I've hit 14.12 miles. I dive into the geometry of the SF20. Most of you guys know I'm 5'11", and for me, I find it very easy to manage and control the bike. It's a good size for my frame. The bike has a rider size of 5'3" up to 6'2". I definitely think a 6'2" person would feel comfortable riding this. If you're 5'2", I think you'd feel that it's a pretty big bike to manage. Now, it does have a 65-inch length, which is shorter than I actually see with foldable bikes. Usually they're a few inches longer. Now, the nice thing about this is the handlebars have a quick release, so you can rotate them. It's a very open and spacious feeling bike, and that's what you tend to expect with bikes like this. Diving into the cockpit, there's a 24-inch length on the handlebars. The grips are pretty standard for a bike in this price range. They're wingtip, they are fixed, they just don't feel the best. Got a Shimano 7-speed on the right side. 7 to 1, 1 push, coming back up, 1 at a time. Pretty basic standard shifter. The saddle is one of my favorite features about the SF20. It's got a lip in the back and just formed in a way that kind of holds you in place. And it's super comfortable. They got plenty of padding. Got some shocks underneath. Now below that, you have 20x4-inch TPI Kenda fat tires. They are beefy tires. I'm actually pretty impressed with the quality. And then in the front, there's a hydraulic front fork suspension with lockout. And as far as just handling the bumps and cracks on the road and sidewalk lines, things like that, doing a fantastic job there. It's actually very comfortable bike for like city commuting. Well, I headed back too soon. I've got 2 battery bars left. That second one is probably about 3/4 the way done. Anyway, my app recorded 21.16 miles with 790 feet elevation gain. If I would have kept going, I could probably hit 24, 25 miles. Bike still had plenty of power, so I'm gonna charge it back up, do another range test, this time with harder riding and a lot more stop and go. Okay, first battery bar gone, and I've hit 3.48 miles, full throttle, going as fast as the bike can go. 2 battery bars left, and I've gone 8.38 miles. Down to my last battery bar, and I've gone 13.72 miles. Okay guys, second range test is done. I got 23.73 miles, but here's the kicker, 4,275 feet of elevation gain. That's incredible for a $1,300 bike. There's no hill rating for the SF20, but the motor produces 80 Newton meters of torque, so we should have plenty of climbing power. Okay, as soon as I turn around, I'm gonna start climbing. This is a 40% grade hill. I've got 1 battery bar missing, and I am doing full throttle. I'm pedaling a little bit too, but the bike's doing all the work. I'm gonna see if I can help it out a little bit. There, now I'm on the 7th gear. I can feel some resistance in the pedals, but I'm really letting the bike do all the work. Holding at 9, haven't dropped below 9, which is pretty awesome. 40% grade for a $1,400 bike. That's awesome. Did down for 8 for a second. And when you do climb, the battery readout does drop significantly, like 3 bars down from when I first started. But over the top, and there you go. Wow, I'm actually really impressed with how well that did. That was over 2 block long stretch. Only got down to 8 miles an hour. You got hills in your area, don't want to break the bank on some super spendy model, this is a good option. And now coming down the same hill, we got dual disc brakes. Gonna show you how well those work. Okay, headed down, 40% grade hill, lightly braking. That's pretty good brakes. You gotta put a lot of pressure in the levers for hard braking. Here's hard brake. Yeah, that's actually pretty decent. No pulsating, a little bit of squeaking and grinding, especially if I do it kind of lighter. Really good brakes for, you know, bike in this price range. Another hard brake here. And yeah, the tires never skid, but probably came to a stop in 30-35 feet, so not bad braking. Let me walk you through the LCD screen and control pad. Everything's on the left side. Hold down the M button to turn the bike on. Plus and minus, change the pedal assist level. Hold down the plus button to turn on the lights. Just kind of a standard looking headlight in the front. Then you got a tail light connected to the rear rack. Hold down the minus button for the walk assist mode. Hold down plus and minus to enter the P menu. And this is where you can change the power output, pedal assist level, things like that. And that's pretty much it. Well, my favorite feature with the SF20, besides the way it looks, I like the design, I like the paint job, is the range. That has got a fantastic range for the price. If you want to pick it up, I've got the link in the description. Also, be sure to check out my website, electricrevolutionreviews.com. There you can find all my reviews sorted by price and capability. Hit that like button before you go, and please subscribe for the latest in electric bike, board, and scooter reviews. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.